Alright, good morning everyone. We are here live with Break 405. Break 405 is our NRL Traders Priority Combo Break featuring the 22 Traders Priority Box as well as the 23 Titanium Priority Box and 24 Traders Titanium. So we have some big potential in these boxes. I am looking forward to them, spread out across a few different years. It's been a while since I've opened these ones, so I'm looking forward to seeing how we go. Team list for today: Broncos, Craig Milson; Raiders, Simon King; Bulldogs, Craig Milson; Sharks, Peter Lowe; Titans, Peter Lowe; Manly, Darren Powter; Storm, Peter Lowe; Knights, Nathan Seal; Cowboys, Cameron Kite; Eels, Damo Beckett; Panthers, Michael Slattery; Rabbitohs, Matt Stevenson; Dragons, Peter Lowe; Roosters, Michael Slattery; Warriors, Nathan Seal; and Tigers, Nathan Von Deest. Let's go. We have our 22 traders on top, ready to start us off. Two new breaks listed this morning. We've got another one of these and another 21 Elite box break up. Mikhail Ravalawa, parallel for the Dragons. High performance, Isaiah Yeo for the Panthers. Regan Campbell-Gillard, parallel for the Eels. Got a header card, B. That'll get randomised between those second lot of teams, which is Cowboys, Eels, Panthers, Rabbitohs, Dragons, Roosters, Warriors, Tigers. And parallel, Josh Kerr. Authentics foil, number 43, Dylan Edwards for the Panthers. We've got Michael Slattery. Parallel, Jake Granville for the Cowboys. Rising Stars, Jermaine Hopgood for the Panthers. Jake Clifford, parallel for the Knights. Rising Stars, Trent Lowe for Storm. Kyle Felt, parallel for the Cowboys. Master and Apprentice, Kevin Proctor for the Titans. Jaden Brayley, parallel for the Knights. Season to remember, Addo Carr for Storm. Justin Olam parallel for Storm. Rising Stars, Sam Walker for the Roosters. Manly parallel checklist. High performance, Isaac Lowe for the Roosters. David Fafita parallel for Titans. Thomas Burgess parallel for the Rabbitohs. Rising Stars, Luke Metcalf for the Sharks. Jesse Bromwich parallel for Storm. Season to remember, Matt Duffy for Dragons. Lachlan Croker parallel for Manly. Master and Apprentice. Pretty sure this is one of the priorities. Number 9 out of 23 for the Warriors, Tohu Harris. It's been a while. God. Big Tino parallel for the Titans. A couple of people watching. Jai Arrow parallel for the Rabbitohs. Definitely a priority. Team high performance for Storm. Number 15 out of 45. I just realised how bad that was. Jeremy Marshall King parallel for the Bulldogs. Rising Stars, Blake Taff for the Rabbitohs. Elliot Whitehead parallel for the Raiders. Season to remember, Jordan Arapana for the Raiders. Josh Curran parallel for the Warriors. Rising Stars, Zach Sini for the Tigers. Victor Radley parallel for the Roosters. James Fisher-Harris parallel for Panthers. Rising Stars, Jira Momoisi for the Knights. Storm parallel checklist. Club Heroes, Bailey Biondi Ido For the Bulldogs, Delhi Cherry Evans, parallel for Manly. Rising Stars, Xavier Savage for the Raiders. Malaki Fotuaika, parallel for Titans. High Performance, Brendan Smith for the Storm. Jordan Ricky, parallel for the Broncos. Master and Apprentice, Jerome Hughes for Storm. Sharks, parallel checklist. Season to Remember, Alex Glenn for the Broncos. Damien Cook, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Hey, there you go. Number 135, ET Legends. That's what we're here for. So it'll get randomised between all 16 spots. Jake Averillo, parallel for the Bulldogs. Rising Stars, Hayes Dunster for the Eels. High Performance, Andrew McCulloch for the Dragons. Cody Nikarima, parallel for the Warriors. We've almost finished our first box. And we have Power Heroes, Brian To'o for Panthers. Jared Hargraves, parallel for the Roosters. Rising Stars, Greg Marsu for Titans. Adam Dewey, parallel for Tigers. Rising Stars, Jaden Sullivan for the Dragons. Alami Kickout, parallel for Panthers. Broncos, parallel checklist. Season to Remember, Chad Townsend for Sharks. Matty Moylan, parallel for the Sharks. Rising Stars, Josh Schuster for Manly. James Damo for the Tigers. Last packet for 2022. Season to Remember, Isaiah Papali'i for the Eels. And Nathan Brown, parallel for the Eels. let's get stuck into 2023. Don't forget, all Dolphins cards are randomised as one lot. Alright, box number 2, 2023 Traders Titanium Priority Box. Driving Force, Stephanie Hancock for the Titans. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Dragons. Priority Club Hero number 7. Shanice Parker for the Knights. Kalen Ponga, parallel for the Knights. Rising Stars, Sonny Luke for Panthers. Big Papa, parallel for the Raiders. Forwards and backs, Adam Pompey for the Warriors. And Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbitohs, parallel. Women's NRL, Jess Surgis for the Roosters. Jazz Tavega, parallel for the Warriors. Forwards and backs, Dom Young for the Knights. Parallel, Hudson Young for the Raiders. Elsie Albert, Women's NRL for Dragons. Damien Cook, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Rising Stars, Trey Mooney for the Raiders. Adam Fanua Blake, parallel for Warriors. Season to remember, Ryan Pappenhausen for the Storm. Herbie Farmworth, parallel for Broncos. Driving Force, Jerome Hughes for Storm. Isaiah Yeo, parallel for Panthers. Rising Stars, Aaron Booth for the Titans. Ruben Cotter, parallel for the Cowboys. Karina Brown, Women's NRL for the Titans. Morgan Harper, parallel for Manly. Dolphins, Please remember they are no longer redeemable. Tigers parallel checklist. It is only them. There was only a limited amount available, and they outperformed what they were expected and had to do a parallel set as it was. Rising Stars, Dean Mariner for the Broncos. Mawaki Fodawaika, parallel for the Titans. Our Heroes, Big Tino for the Titans. Blake Brayley, parallel for the Sharks. Rising Stars, Michael Molo for the Dragons. Daniel Tupou, parallel for the Roosters. Driving Force, Ali Brigginshaw for the Broncos. Corey Waddell, parallel for the Bulldogs. Forwards and backs priority. Number 14, Stafford Toa for the Tigers. Dragons parallel checklist. Leo Thompson, Rising Stars for the Knights. Parallel, Daniel Saifiti for the Knights. Rising Stars, Jacob Carraz for the Bulldogs. Manly parallel checklist. Season 2 Remember, Jack Whiten for the Raiders. Jackson Hastings, parallel for Tigers. Scoring Machines. These are a nice looking card. I like these ones. Number 53, Nick Meaney for the Storm. Parallel, Bo Fermor for the Titans. Rising Stars, KO Weeks for Manly. Parallel, Bailey Simonson for the Eels. Women's NRL, Rakea Horn for the Eels. Harry Grant, parallel for the Storm. Rising Stars, Griffin Neem for the Cowboys. Selwyn Cobbo, parallel for Broncos. Driving Force, Big Papa for the Raiders. Stephen Crichton, parallel for the Panthers. Driving Force Team. Yeah, right. Nice. Priority for the Roosters, Michael Slattery. Number 1. There we go. Jason Taumalolo, parallel for the Cowboys. Hi, Roosters fan. No, these cards are... We started with 22 traders. We're currently doing the 23 traders. And we have a 24 traders. And they're all priority boxes. We're expecting to start seeing 2026 cards from Select at the end of February. So keep an eye out. Fletcher Baker, Rising Stars for the Roosters. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for Storm. Power Heroes, Adam Dewey for the Tigers. Jesse Aramian, parallel for Sharks. Women's NRL, Amber Hall for the Broncos. Victor Radley, parallel for the Roosters. Rising Stars, Austin Diaz for the Tigers. Bulldogs parallel checklist. Sean Russell, Rising Stars for Eels. Alex Twal, parallel for Tigers. Season to remember, Sean Johnson for the Warriors. Toby Sexton, parallel for Titans. Oh, here we go. One that's always sought for. Number 64, Broncos Gold parallel, Payne Haas. Mr. Gutho, parallel for the Eels. 2 packets left for our 23 Traders box. Cowboys parallel checklist. And lucky last. Women's NRL, Romy Titzel for the Knights. And Jason Saab parallel for Manly to finish off the box. Let's get these away and get stuck into the 24 Traders priority. It's not often we get to do 3 priority boxes. And we have another one of these weeks just listed this morning. So go and check that out. Rising Stars, Thomas Cant for the Knights. Jermaine Isako, parallel for Dolphins. Season to remember. Emma Tomigato for the Sharks. Jacob Saifiti parallel for the Knights. Reece Welsh showcase for Broncos. Dylan Watine Zelezniak parallel for Warriors. Rising Stars Shantay for the Titans. Talakai for the Sharks. Women's NRL Mackenzie Wiki for the Raiders. Sean Bloor parallel for Tigers. World in League Maya Hill Moana for the Roosters. Tommy Turbo parallel for Manly. Rising Stars Jada Ferguson for the Broncos. James Fisher-Harris parallel for Panthers. Season to remember Jackson Paulo for the Roosters. Lindsay Collins parallel for the Roosters. Gold parallel number 60 for the Broncos again. Adam Reynolds this time. If anyone's wondering where all the Broncos gold parallels are, they're all still hiding in boxes. Hudson Young parallel for the Raiders. Sword and Shield, Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Regan Campbell-Gillard, parallel for the Eels. Rising Stars, Zach Labert for the Cowboys. Hadokar, parallel for Bulldogs. Season to remember, Jaden Ockenball for Bulldogs. Jaden Campbell parallel for the Titans. Women's NRL, Tegan Berry for the Dragons. Jeremiah Nanai parallel for Cowboys. Rising Stars, Sandon Smith for the Roosters. Alex Johnston parallel for the Rabbitohs. World in League, Jason Tormalolo for the Cowboys. Reece Welsh parallel for the Broncos. Women's Gold, number 85, Mackenzie Wheel for the Cowboys. Dolphins parallel checklist. World in League, number 7 out of 14 for the priority, Mikhail Ravalawa. Valance to wear, parallel for the Dolphins. Rising Stars, Blake Wilson for the Bulldogs. Dane Gagai, parallel for the Knights. Priority Club Heroes, Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. Number 3, nice low one. Tohu Harris, parallel for the Warriors. Season to remember, Jamie Chapman for the Titans. Cameron McInnes, parallel for the Sharks. Rising Stars, Talon De Silva for Tigers. Stefano Utokamanu, parallel for Tigers. Rising Stars, Holly May Dodd for the Raiders. Selwyn Coppo, parallel for Broncos. Sword and Shield in the team. Number 40 for the priority, Tigers. Nathan's done pretty well with the Tigers. He was even trying to get rid of it. Benny Trbojevic, parallel for Manly. World in League, Brendan Pakura for Broncos. Jerome Luai, parallel for Panthers. Rising Stars, Thomas Hazelton for the Sharks. Jared Hargraves, parallel for the Roosters. Retirements. George Burgess for the Rabbitohs. Season to remember, Mitchell Moses for the Eels. Parallel, Sebastian Chris for the Raiders. Sword and Shield, SJ for the Warriors. Xavier Coates, parallel for Storm. Rising Stars, Rumu Grieg for the Eels. Jack Bird, parallel for the Dragons. Women's NRL, Jasmine Peters for the Cowboys. Micah Sivo, parallel for the Eels. We've got 7 more packets for the break. Let's go. Showcase, Campbell Graham for the Rabbitohs. Max King, parallel for Bulldogs. Rising Stars, Tane for the Warriors. Titans, parallel checklist. World in League, Tyler Nathan Wong for the Dragons. Murray Talagi, parallel for Cowboys. Season to remember, Luke Metcalf for the Warriors. Cody Walker, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Premiership Predictor number 42 in the Women's NRL for the Titans. Greg Marsu, parallel for the Knights. 2 packets left. Rising Stars, Jack Howarth for Storm. Storm, parallel checklist. And lucky last for break 405. Priority Club Heroes, Atane Tapuki for the Warriors, number 27. Mikhail Ravalawa, parallel for the Dragons to finish it all off. Let me just quickly tidy these up and get them out of the way. Alright, so to start off with, we have our Dolphins cards, our 324 Traders Parallels. And we also have the 23 Traders Inaugural card number 9. The Dolphins checklist, the Jermaine Ozako and Valance to wear parallels for 24. Alright, let's flick over to our randomizer. We will do them. We will do the Power Heroes header B, which gets randomized between those 8 teams mentioned. I will repeat them again at the time. But we will finish off with our Legends card, number 135, ET. In our very first box today, the 22 Traders. Alright, let me flick screens over. We have everyone loaded in and ready to go already. Alright, let's go. Number 1. Number 2, just a reminder, this is for the Dolphins cards. Number 3, Nathan Seal with the Warriors. Alright, let's refresh. Put those names back in, but this time I'm going to remove first 8. Alright. Let's randomize these teams to find out who gets that Power Heroes header B. Number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3, Cameron Kite with the Cowboys. Alright, one last to go. And it is the big important ET Legends. So let's go. Number 1. Number 2. And lucky last, number 3. Cameron Kite with the Cowboys again. There you go, mate. Congratulations. Alright guys, that is it. That is all for this one. Don't forget to check out the new breaks just listed this morning. Hopefully we get to do them as quick as possible. So yeah, go grab a spot. Keep an eye on